If y'all wait till the last minute for this Saturday with Glock 23, okay, slinging it, I be slinging it. If you wait until the last minute, you will be stuck outside. You will not have a section. You will be stuck.
Our team coverage continues tonight as people are responding to the shooting and the life lost of a local businesswoman who News 10's Renee Allen learns had a vision for her life.
A local business owner, entrepreneur, tragically lost their life on social media. Condolences of prayer and peace for Lulu Carter.
On December 30th, 2025, at approximately 2:30 p.m., Scott police officers received reports of gunfire in the 800 block of Delham Avenue. When they arrived at the residential address, they found 40-year-old LaRonda Lulu Carter suffering from gunshot wounds. She was transported to a local hospital, where she died from her injuries. Carter was not a random victim. She was a prominent businesswoman in Lafayette, Louisiana, owner of multiple nightlife establishments, including Bliss Cocktail Lounge and French 75 Bar and Lounge. Both businesses have since closed. Her presence in downtown Lafayette's business community was well established, making her death particularly shocking to those who knew her. Within hours of the shooting, Scott police arrested 44-year-old James Michael Joseph at approximately 5:12 p.m. in the 300 block of Vermilion Street in Lafayette. He was charged with second-degree murder. A second man, Jesse Howard Alford Jr., was also taken into custody and charged with accessory after the fact to second-degree murder. Welcome to Deadly Crime Unmasked. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a case. Here, we examine real true crime cases through facts, evidence, and timelines. No speculation, just the truth as it unfolded. Now let's proceed.
A business community in shock and many heartbroken by the sudden loss of 40-year-old LaRonda Lulu Carter. Carter was known for her many ventures, including the Bliss Lounge on Jefferson Street and the French 75 Bar and Lounge on McKinley, both located in downtown Lafayette. One person referred to her as a fashionista due to her unique style. They noted she always dressed to impress, even when dressing down. A person called her business-oriented, loved to travel, and God-fearing. One person even told News 10 that Carter, as a black female entrepreneur, was able to overcome numerous hurdles to successfully establish a thriving club in downtown Lafayette. One person even said that there was still so much more to come from Carter.
LaRonda Carter was born on March 29, 1985, in Louisiana. The place that would shape her character was Point Capee Parish, specifically the small community of Lettsworth. Her childhood unfolded across a network of family homes. She moved between the residences of grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. This rotating living arrangement created multiple family bonds rather than weakening them. Two women stood out in her early years: her grandmothers Harriet and Mattie. These matriarchs provided stability and guidance. Among her cousins, Darren and Carolyn Wells developed particularly close relationships with her. The family structure was rooted in faith. Carter accepted Christ at an early age and received baptism at St. Mary Baptist Church in Lettsworth. Throughout her life, she maintained membership at Royal Oak Baptist Church while frequently attending services at Our Savior's Church in Lafayette. Even as a child, Carter exhibited distinct interests that would define her future. Fashion captured her attention immediately. She spent hours dressing and styling Barbie dolls, treating each one as a miniature fashion project. This childhood obsession was not simple play. It represented early manifestations of her aesthetic sensibility and attention to detail. Sports provided another outlet. Basketball became her primary focus. She practiced alone for countless hours, shooting baskets repeatedly, perfecting her form, preparing for opportunities that might never come if she did not work for them. Point Capee Central High School became the stage for Carter's teenage years. She entered the school system in 1999 and graduated in 2003. Those 4 years demonstrated her capacity for excellence across multiple domains. She was not content to excel in one area. She captained the dance team, leading choreography and performances. She captained the basketball team, the sport she had practiced so diligently. She participated in volleyball, adding another dimension to her athletic portfolio. Track and field rounded out her sports involvement. Her performance was strong enough to attract scholarship offers. LSU Eunice offered her a basketball scholarship. The University of Louisiana at Lafayette offered track and field scholarship. She chose LSU Eunice, continuing her basketball career while pursuing her education. The pattern that emerged during these years will persist throughout her life. Determination, drive, and refusal to limit herself to a single path. After high school, Carter's adventurous nature expanded beyond Louisiana's borders. She traveled to multiple countries. These trips were not vacations in the traditional sense. She sought inspiration, searched for meaningful connections, and investigated potential business ventures. Fashion remained central to these travels. She observed styles, trends, and cultural expressions wherever she went. Each journey reflected her love for beauty, culture, and the possibilities life offered. Despite her travels and ambitions, family remained Carter's foundation. She shared a home with her parents in her adult years, not out of necessity but choice. She cared for them actively, ensuring their comfort and happiness. Her relationship with her twin sibling Lerone was particularly significant. Twins often share unique bonds, and are centered on creativity, fashion, and cultural trends. They move through the world with shared interests and mutual support. Her younger brother Luringer added another dimension to family dynamics. The siblings maintained close relationships through shared activities and interests. The extended family network included Brian Carter, Jennifer Guidry, Daryl Guidry, Michelle DeSlata, and Herbert Carter. This network provided both support and accountability throughout her life. Carter's entrepreneurial activities began early. Lafayette, Louisiana became her business base. Her first ventures included clothing boutiques, which aligned naturally with her lifelong fashion obsession. She opened hair salons, recognizing the importance of beauty services in community life. Barbershops followed, expanding her reach into male grooming. These were not random business choices. Each represented a calculated entry into different market segments. Real estate investment became another focus. She developed an eye for properties with potential. Renovation became her specialty. She could see possibilities in spaces others overlooked. This skill would prove valuable throughout her business career. The business that defined Carter's public profile was Bliss Cocktail Lounge, located at 201 Jefferson Street in downtown Lafayette. The venue operated primarily Thursday through Saturday nights, opening at 10 p.m. and running until closing time. It became more than a bar. It evolved into a community gathering place where Lafayette residents celebrated occasions, socialized, and experienced nightlife. The name Bliss generated its own cultural phenomenon. Patrons adopted the phrase "bliss me," which translated to "bless me." This phrase captured the feeling people experienced at the venue. The atmosphere was described as alluring and luxurious. The decor reflected Carter's aesthetic sensibility. Entertainment programming drew crowds consistently. Food service included vendors like Chef J.D. Lamb Chop Lady, adding culinary elements to the drinking experience. The business model included premium pricing. Covered charges sometimes reached $40. This pricing strategy generated mixed reviews. Some patrons felt the experience justified the cost. Others found it excessive. Recent inspection records showed the business remained active through January 2025, indicating continued operation until Carter's death. Success at Bliss led to expansion. French 75 Bar and Lounge opened on McKinley Street in downtown Lafayette. The name referenced the classic cocktail, suggesting sophistication and cocktail culture. French 75 became another popular venue where Lafayette residents marked life milestones and celebrations. Both establishments have closed since Carter's death, leaving a void in downtown Lafayette's nightlife landscape. Carter's last professional appointment represented perhaps her most ambitious project. Hub City Plaza, formerly known as Northgate Mall, was a major Lafayette landmark undergoing redevelopment. Jacoby Landry purchased the property in June 2025 for $2.8 million. The rebranding as the Hub required vision and execution. Carter was appointed coordinator for this transformation. The role involved restoring and reimagining the space, creating opportunity for local businesses, and revitalizing a property that had declined. The appointment demonstrated community trust in Carter's vision and capabilities. It positioned her for influence beyond nightlife entertainment into broader commercial development. The project remained incomplete at her death. Carter's position in Lafayette extended beyond business ownership. As a black female entrepreneur, she faced obstacles that white male business owners did not encounter. Access to capital, regulatory treatment, and market credibility all presented challenges. Her success in establishing multiple thriving businesses in downtown Lafayette made her a role model. Women in the community, particularly black women, saw her as proof that entrepreneurial success was possible. Her personal style contributed to her public profile. She was known as a fashionista who dressed impeccably even in casual settings. This attention to appearance was not vanity, but brand management. Business-oriented, God-fearing, and travel-loving, she embodied a particular type of success story that resonated in Lafayette's community. The location was the 800 block of Delham Avenue in Scott, Louisiana. Scott is a small city adjacent to Lafayette with a crime rate higher than 77% of Louisiana cities. Property crime is particularly prevalent in Scott, though the specific neighborhood on Delham Avenue was not known for frequent violent crime. Tuesday, December 30th, 2025, unfolded as a normal day until approximately 2:30 p.m. Scott police received reports of gunfire at a residential address. Officers responded immediately. They found LaRonda Carter, age 40, suffering from gunshot wounds. Emergency medical personnel transported her to a local hospital. Reports conflict on whether she died at the scene or at the hospital, but the outcome was the same. She died from her injuries. The shooting occurred at a residential property. Limited details have been released about the specific circumstances. No information has been provided about what led to the shooting. No witnesses have been publicly identified. The scene was processed by Scott Police Department personnel. Evidence was collected but not disclosed to the public. The speed of the arrest was notable. At approximately 5:12 p.m. on the same day, roughly 3 hours after the shooting, James Michael Joseph was arrested at the 300 block of Vermilion Street in Lafayette. Jesse Howard Alford Jr. was also arrested, though the timing and location of his arrest were not specified in reports. Both suspects were taken into custody and booked into Lafayette Parish Correctional Center on the same day as a murder. James Michael Joseph was 44 years old at the time of his arrest. He was charged with second-degree murder. Under Louisiana law, second-degree murder is defined as intentional killing without specific premeditation. The charge carries potential life imprisonment without parole. Joseph was arrested at the 300 block of Vermilion Street in Lafayette at approximately 5:12 p.m. He remained in custody at Lafayette Parish Correctional Center as of December 31st, 2025. His criminal history has not been publicly disclosed. His relationship to Carter has not been revealed by authorities. Background information about him is limited to non-existent in public records. The motive for the shooting has not been released by police. Jesse Howard Alford Jr. faces different charges. He was charged with accessory after the fact to second-degree murder. This charge means he allegedly helped Joseph after the murder occurred, knowing that Joseph had committed a felony and assisting him to avoid arrest, trial, or punishment. This charge also carries significant prison time if convicted. Alfred's age has not been publicly disclosed. His criminal history is not publicly available. His relationship to Carter has not been disclosed by authorities. His background information is minimal. His specific role in the incident, beyond assisting after the murder, has not been detailed. Scott Police Department took the lead on the investigation. The rapid identification and arrest of suspects within hours suggests investigators had immediate leads. The quick arrest indicates solid evidence linking the suspects to the crime. Whether this evidence came from witness statements, physical evidence, surveillance footage, or other sources has not been disclosed. Multiple questions remain unanswered. The relationship between Carter and James Michael Joseph is unknown. The connection between Jesse Howard Alford Jr. and either Carter or Joseph is unknown. What led to the shooting remains unclear. Whether the shooting was planned or spontaneous is unknown. Where exactly the shooting occurred, inside or outside the residence, has not been specified. Whether witnesses were present and what they saw has not been publicly revealed. What specific evidence linked the suspects to the crime has not been disclosed. One unconfirmed source mentioned a possible domestic dispute as the motive. This information has not been officially confirmed by authorities and should be treated as speculation rather than fact. Scott police have stated the investigation remains active. They have indicated that additional details will be shared when appropriate. Detectives are presumably interviewing witnesses, processing evidence, and preparing the case file for the district attorney's office. The public has been urged to come forward with any information about the incident. Both suspects face lengthy legal proceedings. The first step is arraignment, where they appear before a judge to hear the charges formally. A bond hearing follows, during which a judge determines whether bond is appropriate and, if so, sets the amount. The discovery phase allows prosecution and defense to exchange information and evidence. Pre-trial motions and hearings address legal issues before trial. Grand jury proceedings will likely follow. If the grand jury finds sufficient evidence, formal indictments will be issued. If no plea deal is reached, the case proceeds to trial. The 15th Judicial District Attorney's Office will handle prosecution. The Lafayette Parish Court System will hear the case. Second-degree murder trials can be lengthy. They involve evidence presentation, witness testimony, and potentially expert testimony. Jury deliberation follows. If convicted, sentencing occurs. The two suspects face separate legal processes. Joseph faces the most serious charge with potential life imprisonment. Alfred faces significant but lesser charges. The different charges mean different potential outcomes. News of Carter's death spread rapidly through Lafayette on December 30th. Social media platforms flooded with condolences. The business community expressed shock. Many described themselves as heartbroken. Community members posted memories and tributes. The reaction spread throughout Lafayette and surrounding areas. Funeral services were held Saturday, January 10th, 2026, at 11 a.m. at Zion Travelers Baptist Church in New Roads, Louisiana. Visitation occurred the same day from 9 a.m. until service time. Interment followed at Mason Chapel Cemetery. Multiple reverends conducted the service, reflecting Carter's connections across different congregations. Reverend Larry J. Oliver Sr. from Royal Oak Baptist Church in Lettsworth, Reverend Isaiah Nelson from Zion Travelers Baptist Church in New Roads, Reverend Kelvin Morris from M.T. Moriah Baptist Church in Bachelor, Reverend Dr. Lionel Davis from Fairlane Baptist Church in New Roads, and Reverend Willie Morris from New Bethel House of Hope in Houston. Martin and Castile Funeral Home, Southside in Lafayette handled arrangements. Both Bliss Cocktail Lounge and French 75 Bar and Lounge closed following Carter's death. Both businesses were operating before December 30th, 2025. Their closure left a void in downtown Lafayette's nightlife. The impact on employees has not been publicly documented. The economic effect on the Jefferson Street area remains unquantified. Memorial sites received numerous tributes. One comment read, "We love you, LU, and you will always be remembered. Until we meet again, baby girl." The Gunn Memorial website showed 332 candles lit in her memory. Tributes consistently emphasized her strength, beauty, and determination. She was remembered as a devoted mother, with her child described as the center of her world. She was described as a hard-working businesswoman, a role model particularly for women, and someone whose legacy was one of perseverance. The Lulu Carter case remains incomplete. Two men sit in Lafayette Parish Correctional Center charged with her murder and assisting after that murder. The investigation continues. Trial dates have not been set. The family mourns. The community seeks answers. The justice system moves forward with its procedures. What is known is straightforward. Lulu Carter was a successful businesswoman who built multiple enterprises in Lafayette, Louisiana. On December 30th, 2025, she was shot and killed. Two men were arrested the same day. They have been charged. The case is proceeding through the legal system. What remains unknown is substantial. The exact circumstances of the shooting, the relationship between Carter and the suspects, the motive, what led to that specific moment on that specific day. Some of these answers may emerge during trial proceedings. Some may never be fully explained. The path forward involves waiting for the legal process to unfold, hoping for justice, honoring Carter's memory, supporting her family and child, and learning what lessons could be extracted from this tragedy. If this story impacted you or shifted the way you see the world, please like the video and share it with someone who needs to hear IT Deadly Crime Unmasked. Our goal is not just awareness, but remembrance, giving a voice to those who were silenced. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay with us as we continue exposing the hidden truths behind real crimes. Thank you for your time, your compassion, and your support. Stay aware, stay kind.